Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me, I'm feeling remarkably fired up considering it's a Friday, actually. So while that feeling lasts, let's roll that intro and get this show on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Friday, the 10th of December, and as that remarkably persistent guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, we've got Doosan at the double with the new DX-7 excavator range. Equipment electrification rolls on with Dynapack. We're going to take a closer look at yesterday's epic blast up at Longanet Power Station. And we're also going to take a nostalgic trip down memory lane to recall some of the equipment makers we have loved and lost. We'll get to all of that in just a second. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days.
Happy birthday!
And it's many happy returns to former Scottish monarch James I, to Lucien Laurent, who apparently scored the first ever goal in a FIFA World Cup, and to Alexander Courage. Who is Alexander Courage, I hear you ask? He actually composed the original Star Trek theme, and long may he reign. Also, happy birthday to the late Michael Clark Duncan, known to the world as John Coffey from the Green Mile, and also to celebrity chef Bobby Flay. Many happy returns to them, one and all. If you were here yesterday, you will know that Doosan chose to unveil the latest additions to its DX-7 range of Stage 5 compliant excavators while we were on air. It's okay, I've forgiven them. I am a benevolent broadcaster. The company actually unveiled 10 new models. In fact, they showed off so much new kit that I'm actually going to split it into two bites today. And we're going to start with some of the machines at the very top end of what is now a 17 model excavator lineup. Take a look at this. All the new models in the new Doosan DX-7 range feature a state-of-the-art high-comfort cab, a new tilt rotator mode, heavier counterweight, a new fine swing function, and a new smart hydraulic system. We're going to show you more of the Doosan machines at the end of the show, but if you have a look in the chat, you can find a direct link to the full-length launch video from yesterday. So there I was yesterday watching the clock ticking down to 10 a.m. and the start of this show when my news feed sprang into life to inform me that Brown & Mason had done what Brown & Mason do best. They just dropped the 600-foot tall chimney at the Longannet Power Station in Bonnie, Scotland. With literally minutes to spare, I grabbed the first bit of amateur footage I could, bunged some music on top and hit the broadcast button. But I promised to go back and bring you something a little more fitting for this momentous blast. So here we are. I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. Congratulations to the team at Brown & Mason on yet another epic blast.
Axoft and Svantec are your high-end partners for noise, vibration, dust and air quality systems, sensors and software. To find out more, visit axoft.co.uk or call 01234 639 550.
The electrification of construction equipment just keeps on rolling, and you'll see what I did in a minute. We have seen electric mini excavators, electric skid steers, electric telehandlers, and electric dumpers. So it was surely only a matter of time until we saw the arrival of electric compaction equipment. And leading the charge, if you'll pardon the pun, is Dynapack.
It's exciting times for us and for our customers. The Sedera program is tailored to drive emission-free solutions, and it's really great to see how positive our customers are.
We are bringing two electric roller models to the market, the CC900E and the CC1000E. So far, we have seen the batteries lasting for an entire working day, and they are significantly more quiet than a diesel variant.
I've done a bit of research on that machine, and I was reminded that Dynapack actually had a prototype electric roller more than a decade ago. That machine, I guess, was way ahead of its time, but here in a post-COP26 world, the electric compactor's time may have finally arrived.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
Maybe it's the time of year, but several of my conversations this week have involved nostalgic trips down memory lane, recalling equipment makers we have loved and lost. Feeling suitably inspired after yesterday's chat, I went off in search of some reference material, and I can tell you there really is some dross out there. And I was struck that a lot of it was like a 20-year-old of today attempting to describe and encapsulate punk music with no actual understanding of the circumstances that led to its birth. However, I did find one very useful resource, and it was created by the American magazine Equipment Today. As you might imagine, it is very American as well. As you can see, it's presented in a timeline format and really does chart some of the big names in the industry right back to the 1960s. And it includes names that I haven't seen or even thought about in many a long year. Names like Hymac, Wabco, Melro, Alice Chalmers, Euclid, International Harvester, Yumbo, Dresser, Hanamag, Zettelmeyer. So many blasts from my past. Obviously, some were swallowed up by other companies, some were merely swallowed by the mist of time, and some just fell victim to the fickle finger of equipment fashion. But it really is like looking back at all my yesterdays, only this time I'm not looking through a haze of booze and weekly magazine deadlines. I'm going to, if I can get to the right place, I should be able to send you the link to that right now. If you want to go and have a look at that in person, you can certainly do so. That should be in the chat for you now. As I say, very interesting look back at all our yesterdays. At the top of the show, we brought you some footage of the machines at the top end of the new Doosan DX-7 excavator range. Now it's time to look at something a little bit smaller and perhaps a little bit newer as well. Take a look at this. can still catch the full Doosan DX-7 launch over on YouTube. I posted a link to that earlier in the chat. If you listen very, very carefully, you might just hear the sound of those fine folks over at Wilmot Dixon rubbing their hands together in anticipation. The company's just been given the green light on a £36 million new build project at the Harris Academy, part of the University of Greenwich. That new build will include the creation of a new sixth form school, a new games area, and a sports hall as well. But before any of that can happen, the project will require the demolition of a number of non-heritage buildings, including the modern extensions to the Mansion House, the Honeycomb building, and the Engine House as well. And at the time of broadcast, a suitable demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. You can find out more about that project lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Right, that pretty much wraps up the main part of today's show. I'm going to roll the outro in just a second before leaping gazelle-like over into the chat to see what you're all saying today. As it's Friday, I'm not going to be dashing off. I will stick around for as long as anyone wants to chat. I'll also be playing our festive playlist in the background, and I may even break out the festive lights too, just to add a little Christmas spirit to the things. Obviously, I won't be here tomorrow, but fear not, our omnibus show, the weekly omnibus show, the weekend wrap, will drop at some ungodly hour in the morning. And then I'll be back here again on Monday, usual time, usual place for more of this old stuff and nonsense. Just two final things, actually. First of all, I've been looking at the calendar for the next couple of weeks, right up to Christmas Eve. I realise that a lot of you may wind down before that, but I'm planning to be here every weekday until then, even if the show proves to be a bit shorter and to carry a little bit less news. And the second point is we have just got the green light on a new video featuring Paul Ford, the author of Dangerous Structure Emergency Response, talking about NEST, this new emergency services task force that he has helped create. Our patrons over on patreon.com will be getting a copy of that, or will be getting to see that later today. Everybody else will get to see it either this evening, or I may even sit on it until Monday of next week. But until then, stay safe, have a great day, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues, and I'll see you all very, very soon. And thanks for watching.